We are?
I'm Keith Grieve, and here's your late night sports radio scoreboard check on the diamond. The Nationals destroyed the Mets 9-1 in the third game of the rubber game of that series. Matt Harvey giving up a bunch of runs and not enough innings to make a difference.
He's been so bad lately.
It is time to worry, Mets fans. It is time to worry. In the bottom of the 11th, the Blue Jays up on the Twins 3-2. The Giants over the Padres in the 7th in San Diego 3-1. In Anaheim, the Dodgers leading the Angels 3-2 at the end of the third. Top of the 5th in Oakland, the Yankees and A's are tied up. Some final scores here: the Mariners over the Orioles 7-2. Milwaukee hosted the Cubs and came away victorious 5-3. The Pirates over the Braves 8-2 at home. The Reds losing at home to the Indians 7-2. Cardinals up on the Rockies 13-7 in St. Louis. And the Chicago White Sox 2-1 winners over the Houston Astros at home. NBA playoffs, only game tonight, the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 2. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers once again laying waste to the Toronto Raptors, 108-89. LeBron James, 23 points, 11 boards, and 11 assists. On Frozen Pond, it's the Western Conference Finals, Game 3. The series tied 1-1. In the third period there, the Sharks shutting out the Blues 3-0. I'm Keith Grieve, and this has been your Late Night Sports Radio Scoreboard Check.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
SportsRadio.com on your Spreaker app. And earlier in the show, we talked to Marty Cordova. We talked to Danny Thompson. Did a little basketball talk in that last segment there. And Bob, the one thing I didn't get a chance to get your take on is the whole Rougned Odor punching our guy Jose Bautista, Joey Bats, in the face. What was your take on that?
Well, sometimes bitch needs to be punched. I don't have I like Joey Bats. I think he's
he follows me on Twitter, actually. I don't know why, but he does.
He's a weird. He follows a lot of people on Twitter, but he's just a guy that. How do I put this? He rubs people the wrong way because he hasn't tested positive for steroids. And he's had a lot of home runs, and he's hit home runs late in his career. And my opinion is he has there's a lot of animosity towards him because people think he's getting away with being clean when people assume he's dirty. Now, I don't believe that. I don't believe that he's dirty. I believe he's a clean player. I believe that his numbers are legit. And if it so happens to come out that I will eat my word. I'll eat crow if he actually did come out as far as having taken steroids. But I think with Rougned Odor, I don't like these D-bags that use sliding, slide like a man. Slide with your hands unprotected. Allow your thumb to get dislocated or ligaments or tendons to get torn.
The owners are loving this, by the way, right now.
Owners are complete P words as far as sliding these days with their slide protectors. Don't understand why. And then Rougned Odor, this guy who I've all of a sudden heard of I heard of him in the playoffs, and I've heard of him now. Those are the only 3 or 4 times that I've heard of this guy. And all of a sudden he's a big deal because he punches a guy in the face. Joey Bats has been a big deal for the last 5 or 6 years. He's a great hitter. He's a great home run hitter. And he's, it's not a guy that deserves to get jacked in the face. Rougned Odor is a guy that deserves to get jacked in the face, whether it be with a kick or a punch or a Charlie Murphy kick to the chest.
Charlie Murphy, the darkness. Yeah, no, that's. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't agree with you in terms of base runners because when you look at all the gear that these like guys are wearing in terms of like stepping up to the plate with the elbow guards and the shin guards and everything else, I mean that's really no different. You know what I'm saying? I mean even that's worse because I mean even in the league that I play in, we got guys with the elbow guards and even one of my own ball players wears one, and he's like he's like. I'll just throw my elbow into that stuff. He's like, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I don't wear all the protective gear, so maybe it's not as big a deal to me. I mean, it's a bigger deal to me now. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The protective gear is for, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it sounds like you got us on speakerphone, but it's cool.
Well, it's on speakerphone, but I don't understand what these goofballs that have sorry, I spilled a dip cup. That's why I had you on speakerphone. But okay, all this protective gear as far as elbow guards. Elbow guards I get. If you're hitting right-handed or left-handed and you throw right hand, the opposite of what you hit, I get that. So that you can protect the arm you throw with.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. But like the guards and all that crap, I don't like it because, I mean, again, these stupid kids think that it's cool to wear a shin guard for no reason when they don't need one.
Right.
And they're not going to have to hit a ball that's on the inside corner at 85 miles an hour and then foul the ball off their shin at 120 miles an hour. It's not stuff that happens. So
people don't realize that is a thing. When you foul a ball off your shin, dude, I had a knot on the front of my shin. Honest to Christ, it was probably like 6 months later, and I still had like a visible bump on the front of my shin. And it wasn't broken or anything. It was just a huge knot that I just had there for such a long ass time. But like it does suck.
Suck it up.
Oh, I did suck it up. I played through the playoffs with that thing. By the way, dude, I am slaying it right now in baseball still. I don't know what it is. I must have found the right baseball bat. I like went out, as you know, I just recently got a new job. So like I have money coming in at some point. It's not coming in yet, but so I was like, you know what? I got $40 from working a side gig. I was like, you know what? Here, listen, I'm going to spend $40 on this bat. You know what I mean? And I went through, I picked up like three bats. You know what I mean?
That's why you got to get a job as far as coaching baseball through a school. So then you can write off all those expenses.
Oh, see? Yeah, and I coach a little league team. But
my name is not Bob Sullivan right now.
And I work at a coffee shop, so but yeah, no. So I went through. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself a bat, and I like sized up 3 of these bats, and I'll grip them, and I'll kind of look them from like the nub of the bat all the way up to the barrel, and just kind of just check the bat out. That 4th bat that I picked up, I literally got a chill when I did that, and I was like, oh, this is the one. And sure enough, dude, I'm killing it with that baseball bat. I'm very proud of the bat's efforts to this point because it's tough, man. Like if you want a good wood, like you straight up, you have to order offline somewhere. There's not, you can't go to like sporting authority or a Dick's Sporting Goods, whatever, and find a bat that's actually pro grade wood.
Holy cow!
I think that was a mocking of you, Johnny. As far as
all right.
No, I kind of get what you're saying. When I was playing baseball, even in college, I would rip out the lining of my glove pitching wise.
Okay.
So that, because I threw was crap pitches and not really a hard fastball.
What else would you?
So like I would basically, I would rip out all the lining so that it would look like I was digging for a pitch when I really wasn't.
Yeah.
But like with bats. I figure this is where I came to the conclusion on. Okay, with tennis. Okay, I played high school tennis 4 years, and I was the best player with a crappy team. But all I used was those Walmart rackets that are like $9.
Yeah.
And so, like, all the rich kid schools I would lose to, and the crappy schools I would beat, and all the crappy kids at my high school I would beat. However, this is what the conclusion I came down to. Okay, so I started playing with a real racket because one of my buddies works at a tennis/golf facility.
There.
And so I would borrow one of the rackets that one of the tennis pros has, or a demo racket or whatever, and I would play with that. And I realized my game at 25 or 26 playing tennis is better than I was at 18, not because I'm more athletic or quicker. It's because I have a better racket. That's like a $150 racket, professionally strung and all this crap. And so I'm able to dominate these people that with my serve and whatnot. And that's my opinion with baseball bats. Like, I hate the idea of somebody paying $250 for a baseball bat, but at the end of the day, that's probably the difference between your 3-hole hitter hitting a triple and your 3-hole hitter having a bloop single in a high school game.
Yeah, and
whatever.
What the hell was that? That was a great rant. That was a great explanation of what just happened here. Ruined by Madeline Monroe, or whatever the hell her name is.
What is Alicia Silverstone from Clueless?
Okay, well, she's a bitch.
Have you had personal encounters with Alicia Silverstone?
No, but she ruined Batman and Robin.
She did.
Dude, and you know what? I just had this conversation with my girlfriend literally last Thursday night.
Okay, actually, I want to have this conversation with you. Why didn't she have nipples on her costume when George Clooney and Robin had nipples on their costumes in Batman and Robin?
I can't explain that.
That's a good question.
Sexism.
Sexism at its finest.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. And see, now, I enjoyed the newer Batman. I like the old ones because I was a kid. You know what I mean? When those were being made. Right. Yeah. But see, I like the newer ones. And she liked the more comic book looking ones. I like the idea of them being real people. You know what I mean? Not just necessarily the comic stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But that's Adam West. My name is Freeze. I watched that.
I think the call of having Mr. Freeze be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger was the right call.
Well, it's perfect.
However,
was the chilling sound of his doom.
I would be on board with an Arnold Schwarzenegger being Mr. Freeze. However, Mr. Freeze is just not realistic. The stories with Joker, Bane, and Scarecrow were all kind of realistic stories.
But that was done by the new
actually knew how to write a movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that, you know what I mean, and that was a thing. It was rumored before when the second one was coming out, before Philip Seymour Hoffman died. They said he was going to play a Russian arms dealer known as the Penguin. And so I thought that was going to be awesome, but obviously that never came to light. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
it was different. It was two different things.
You have to adjust when people die. It's surprising, but you kind of have to do that.
Yeah,
Seymour Hoffman. Well, imagine a movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman as Penguin, and then Heath Ledger as Joker, teaming up as forces against Batman in the final go-round for Gotham's Greatest. Imagine that.
I am your new cellmate.
Okay, let me just say that Batman and Robin had the best one-liners of any movie of all time.
I will turn Gotham into an icy graveyard. Then I will pull Batman's heart from his body.
It's so terrible.
The fact that we have a goddamn Batman and Robin soundboard right now is amazing.
Dude, somebody actually mashed all of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Iceman quotes from that movie into one little video.
Mr. Freeze, not Iceman. Come on.
Mr. Freeze, I know.
Wait, I think this was one of my favorite ones.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Yes. Okay, and then he also had the...
I was waiting for a payoff there.
He would freeze somebody, do the chill.
Hold on a second. It's got to be here someplace.
Stay cool, bird boy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can't. Also, I feel like we're kind of sleeping on Poison Ivy's horrible puns as well. And then
A laundry service that delivers.
Okay, last question on this before we go to break. So we can get to Cody. But last question on this. Okay, Bane's responses to what's better? Bane's responses to what Poison Ivy says in this movie, where he's like, "Rrr!" Or Drago's response in Rocky 4 when Rocky says, "Come on," and Drago says, "Yeah." What's better between those two? What's a better delivered line? Bane, a complete monster, or what's his name? Drago, played by Dolph Lundgren. Which is a better delivered line?
Ivan Drago kicked ass, but Bane, I mean, the guy was planting bombs, and every time he put one down, he goes, "Bomb."
Yeah.
Like every time, dude. And that's the funny thing is because the whole idea of Bane was that he was supposed to be like an intelligent doctor and not like some scrawny cellmate they took.
You fight like a younger man. There's nothing held back. It's admirable, but
I
mistake.
got one more thing before we can go to break or go to Cody. Okay.
So say it.
Rocky 3, we have Rocky versus Clubber. Clubber kills Mickey before the first fight. Rocky's not motivated. He loses. Fights Clubber again. Beats him. Shouldn't Rocky 4 be Rocky versus Clubber, number 3? Or should it be Clubber versus Apollo? Because Apollo and Clubber had their thing before that match. Whoever wins that, whatever, and then you get a Rocky versus Clubber number 3. Because Frazier, Ali, we got 3. You look at Sugar Shane and what's his face? De La Hoya, we got 3. Every 2 great fights, we get a third one. If it splits the first 2, you get a third one. So Rocky 4 should have really been where you get Apollo versus Clubber. Apollo retires or Apollo dies, and then Clubber versus Rocky. And then Rocky 5 should have been Rocky killing Ivan Drago, or Drago killing Apollo, and then Rocky fighting him. Not the guy with AIDS. Bottom line, the guy with AIDS should not have been in that movie in Rocky 5. It should have been Rocky. What? The guy had AIDS. What am I doing here?
No, I'm lost in this whole conversation. I just want to make a fight with Paulie.
Okay, but let me get to the end of this.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, ultimately, Clubber Lang was the best villain in all these movies. But Creed 2 should be Apollo Creed's son killing Ivan Drago's son. At the end of the day, that's what it should be.
I'm in on that, dude, for sure.
Thank you.
Hey, woman.
So it took me a lot of drunk words to get to that point, but we got to that point.
Listen here. Since you a man ain't got no heart.
Junior dead at the age of who the hell cares, because Apollo Creed killed him. Apollo Creed Jr. killed him.
Poor Keith. Keith is pulling up all these awesome sound bites. Just keep talking.
He's on point tonight.
He is.
I think he had these all loaded up after reading my tweets about Rocky.
You're always tweeting about Rocky. How often do you watch Rocky?
Yeah, sadly, too much.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just do it now. Hey,
I pity the fool.
Cody, what's up, guy?
Hey, what's up, dudes?
Hey, nothing. You're on air. Welcome to Celebratory Forties. How are you, sir? We're just going to talk through this other one because
I'm all right, man.
this wasn't ending
What's
anytime
going
soon.
on? Been listening to you guys talking about comic books. I wanted to jump in.
Yeah. Well,
Rocky is not a comic book. I tried to make it one along with his buddy Rambo, but it didn't work.
Yes.
Guys?
Were you still talking about? Were you still talking about Rocky?
No, I was talking about my attempted comic book of Rocky and Rambo having their own thing going.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on this goddamn segment. Goddamn.
Yeah. So, what's shaking, Cody? How are you, sir?
Wait, I love
I'm
how.
doing all right,
Wait,
man. I got pretty bad acid reflux today, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, it feels like you coughed up a car battery when you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going through.
Cody-
A real life car battery in my throat.
Cody, did you take my advice from last week to heart?
No, I'm still really heartbroken, man. Life's hard, but
And she
I got
lives
good
super
friends
far
on the radio
away.
to talk with, so I'm doing all right.
Okay, here's the deal, Bob. You missed out on this, okay? So last week, Keith called Cody a GD Terminator, okay? Because Cody is stuck on this girl who is currently initially treated him like garbage, and then she's got engaged like since, but now she's unengaged.
No, she's still engaged.
Okay, well, she's still engaged, but apparently she's dicking around with Cody, and Cody loves this girl and can't just, dude, cold turkey, cut her, just be done with it, dude. I'm telling you, you're gonna be so much better.
Don't cut her. Don't cut her.
Literally cut her. He's not Puerto Rican.
Oh no! Whoa!
Hi-oh.
We are going to disavow ourselves from that
Yeah,
comment.
could you take out my comments that I said during the mute break?
No, there's no record of that, Bob. You're saying.
Okay, awesome.
See, all right, well, good. So I'm the only one on the hook tonight, but no, really,
You're on. Yeah,
not literally cut her. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it off, man. You got to end that thing because it's a bad situation. If she's doing this to that guy and she treated you the way she did before, no way that anything's ever going to be any different with this broad. Maybe when she's like 35 and no one, I don't know. Cody, so
I was trying to find it if I could find the rant really quick.
So what are we getting? Sorry, man. That was such an awesome segue. You totally blew me off the ending to Hulk.
There's someone.
40s, we celebrate life, man.
No, can't find it. Never mind. That's it. I took a shot. Can't find it.
What the hell was wrong with me? I sounded horrible.
No. That's you, buddy. That's your voice. Own it, bro.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. So Cody, what's shaking, brah?
Like I said, man,
flux.
Like I said, my throat's not feeling too good from this acid reflux. My heart's still broken, but I would rather be anywhere than right here.
Is your
on the
girl's
Johnnie
throat
Bobbo
feeling
Show.
all right?
What?
Is your girl's throat feeling all right, Cody?
Yeah. No, my throat feels terrible.
I heard it. I heard.
Feels terrible, but does your girl's throat feel okay?
I heard a great term tonight that I had never heard
I'm
before.
not answering that, Bob. We're not talking about
Throat
that.
yogurt? Is that what you heard, Keith?
No, throat bang.
Throat bang.
Yeah.
I never heard that before, but maybe that's just me.
Similar to the FF, the face, whatever. But but we're here to talk. We're here to talk music. Cody, God bless you, by the way, whoever that was.
That was me. I had a feminine sneeze.
Yeah, I figured. So Cody, Rage Against the Machine, man. Apparently, it's not the same Rage. It's a little bit different. It's what the Prophets of Rage or something like that, or Prophets. Prophets of Rage is what it's going to be. What's your whole take on that, dude?
I'm more
it's
excited
kind of a
to see
mix.
that than I would. I'm sorry, Bob. What?
No, I said it. No, that was me. I was just saying it's kind of a weird mix of guys there. You know what I mean? We got the guy from Cypress Hill, and some of the original members of Rage. I think it's a pretty cool mix. And
Like I said, I'm more excited to see that than I would be to see the original lineup. I never really cared for Rage Against the Machine because I hated the singer's voice so much. So I think bringing in a different vocal style might actually appeal to more people, because I know a lot of people who aren't the biggest fans of Rage, but like the music of them, just not the style of vocals that the guy has.
yeah, no, I'm kind of with you on that. But I've seen Rage. One of their few shows that they actually did play live. I caught them one of those times. Pretty good show though, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's with Tom Morello doing what he does is just fantastic. An awesome guitar player.
Guys, I saw that Third Eye Blind was playing at a Lens Crafters. Where is that happening at?
Yeah. That was somebody went on like a rampage of just posting these fake concerts everywhere.
And those were great. So funny. But then it came out that Chingy is playing at a all-country buffet or whatever in Phoenix.
Okay.
A hometown buffet or whatever.
I don't even know who he is.
From the song Rod Durr.
And he did Holiday Inn, too. He was a tremendous rapper of the early 2000s.
I am pretty sure I could put on a better concert than Chingy. Karaoke style at some crappy-ass hotel or Motel 6 in Omaha, Nebraska than Chingy could in a Country Town buffet or whatever the hell it is. Although I'm sure Country Town buffet has a good buffet. I will say that if I could do karaoke, I could do a karaoke concert better at a Motel 6 in Omaha on 84th and F than this piece of garbage Chingy at a Country Inn buffet.
Because you're an entertainer.
I'm not doubting your abilities at all, Bob. If you want to actually set this up, we'll start a Kickstarter and try to get your dream a reality.
Oh,
yeah,
I can totally arrange
And
it.
also, we need to go to the Everclear Sugar Ray Lit Sponge concert. Us three.
I didn't really want to talk about it on air, but I surprised all three of you with tickets.
Did you really?
I wish I could, baby, but I'm too broke.
God. Okay, well, I will come back out to Chicago to do that. I can't remember when the date is. If it's not during baseball, I will definitely do it.
Yeah, that's. I'm going to get to the bottom of that, but
yeah, continue with your conversation. Though.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, another sweet ass reunion I'm sure Cody's pretty excited about. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got the Bad Boy reunion show. What do you think about that? You got Puff Daddy with Mace and Little Kim and Faith Evans.
Man, there has never been a reunion tour that I've been less excited about. There is not one redeemable member or song that would be worth seeing in a live environment.
Yeah. No, I figured that was a...
Bad Boys for Life.
Alley.
That's a great song, though.
Man, it's like they saw the Misfits were reuniting, and P. Diddy, whatever his name is, was like, man, we got to get our band back together. Guns N' Roses are back. Misfits are back. The media is just dying for a Bad Boys reunion.
Because it's Bad Boys. Well, okay, you can't have a Bad Boys reunion without Ben Stiller. Right?
I'm sorry, what?
Ben Stiller was in the music video for Bad Boys for Life. With P. Diddy and all those other people.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I really
You guys haven't watched that music video? Anybody?
I'm sure I have. I don't know, very young, I'm sure.
Keith?
All
it up,
by yourself. I applaud you though, man. You're on that island and you're owning it, bro.
A Silverstone moment doesn't mean you have to quote a goddamn moment from one of our goddamn movies.
You are owning that island you're on right now, and I appreciate that about you.
Load up. Okay, you two, John and Cody, you keep talking. Keith, load up Bad Boys for Life music video on YouTube.
Yes, that's fine. So the other thing, too, what about this Beyonce stuff? Apparently, Ivy Park clothing line has been accused of using sweatshop slaves, apparently, to make their clothes. Are you surprised that Beyonce's using a sweatshop? Yeah,
I wouldn't. This has happened so many times with celebrities and clothing brands. They're not in charge of like where they're just like produced and everything. Like it's really not her fault.
I'm actually
she shouldn't be blamed. It should be the people below her who should be blamed.
Yeah.
She just wanted to start a clothing company. She has no say in it besides just I'm starting a clothing company.
Well, hey man, sometimes people want to do stuff. Like starting, clothing companies.
I'm going to start a clothing company. It's going to be called All Sweatshop Labor. And we're going to have all sweatshop people making my clothing. And it's going to be purely undershirts and mesh shorts. That's it.
That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. And
what about those
made
mesh
by
tank
people
tops?
on the Ivory Coast?
What about those mesh tank tops that are kind of cut short a little bit? The ones like the super
Sexy
hold
boys,
mesh.
though.
I know my body. I know my body type. I am not capable of wearing a tank top, so I don't do it.
Sexy boy shirt.
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit that undershirts or blank T-shirts are my go-to or my extension of my being.
Sounds like you have a go-to.
And it's also the other thing is I don't need a barbed wire tattoo.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
That's all. That's all I had.
All right. Okay. That's good.
You don't need a barbed wire tattoo.
That's all I don't need. I don't need a barbed wire tattoo or a tattoo in general. These people that get tattoos, Johnny. I don't think you have a tattoo. Do you?
I have 2, and my girlfriend has too many to count.
Yeah, I got 7, Bob.
Continue.
I don't have a body for the tattoo world.
Yeah. Start working out, man. Put one on your bicep. I got one of my tatas. So
I have the Death Star on my ass.
Oh, I have a dolphin on my ass.
Wait, going into your ass or on your ass?
No, so that like my asshole is like the Death Star laser.
My God.
No, I think it's
this conversation's got really weird.
That's just
she recently got to turn it to the weird spot.
It's a complete joke, by the way. And by the way, Bob, I got to the 2.5 minute point before Ben Stiller showed his face in the video. That doesn't mean he gets invited to the.
I told you he showed his face,
but he doesn't get invited to the reunion if he has to wait 2 minutes to make an appearance.
Yeah, you start off with a Ben Stiller. If Ben Stiller was on our show, he'd be the first act. We should make that happen.
Hey, is Kenny coming on?
Who?
Ken, is Kenny playing on the show?
Yeah, no, we're gonna play a song. You got that song, right, Keith?
We're all good. All good in the hood.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. One other thing too. What about Laura Jane Grace of Against Me burning her birth certificate on stage in North Carolina? What was your take? Because you saw Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Pearl Jam cancel concerts, in North Carolina as a form of protest. So, what do you think about Against Me's move here with Laura Jane Grace?
Well, with Laura Jane Grace, it's an interesting talking point because you could argue she was one of the first, major, trans icons in pop culture. Granted, Against Me is not that popular. They're not nowhere near, the Rolling Stones or anything, but they're a pretty big band. And, from Tom Gable to come out and say that, they're trans and go from this point on from Laura Jane Grace, and now with this step, I think it's just going to cement her as a huge figure in the trans history.
Yeah, for sure. And I just think it's tough in terms of, now, as a singer, as a female making that change too. That's something in its own right and super talented. But yeah. So by the way, before we get to Kenny here, we're going to talk Summerland Tour 2016, Sugar Ray, Everclear, Lit and Sponge. It's a Thursday night, July 28th. Doors open at 7, shows at 8. All ages, $25 to $30 for a ticket in Peoria. So is your ball season done by then, July 28th, Bob? Bob?
What was the question? No, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I noticed. That's okay. July 28th. Yeah, our season would be over by then.
Okay, well then you have no excuse not to go see the Summerland Tour with Sugar Ray.
Yeah, as long as it's Sugar Ray, Lit, and Everclear, and Sponge is kind of like a
whatever,
like that Forgotten Why on the vowels going. But I would say, as far as those three go, I would definitely be in for that tour.
All right, Bob, you can stay at my place.
Dude, and like I said, tickets are only like $30-something bucks, but
can I roofie myself before I stay at your place, Cody?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't care what you do in your free time as long as you wake up next to you, buddy.
What I can't believe is that the tickets for their show that's coming up in Orlando, Florida, are going for the cheapest ticket I can find right now is $65.
And because that music just finally came to Florida.
I know, right? It's a new act, or maybe the older group is younger than we think. But all right, cool. Let's rock this thing. So what's happening this Saturday at the Ashbury Coffee House. It's starting at noon. It's going to go to 1 a.m. and it's Ashbury Coffee. It's 8695 Archer Avenue out there in Willow Springs, and you're in for a treat. It's a life-saving benefit show for Ken, the guy that we're about to play right now on the radio here. This is his girlfriend, okay, and she needs a new liver, and they're doing a lot of stuff. She got a beautiful daughter, super cute, and actually not a new liver, kidney. My apologies. I totally goofed it up already, but that's fine. Needs a new kidney transplant, and so Kenny's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's got 12 acts here that are going to be playing from noon all the way down to 11 p.m. at night, and it'll eventually run until probably about midnight or 1 when they're all said and done. And so let's get to Kenny's song here. It's a cover called Clarity. So you got that for us, Keith?
Maybe.
There it is. That's Kenny Roddick, also known as Kenny Huntington. You can find him on SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/Ken Barrington. Check him out. Doing stuff there. That's with our friend Jackie, I'm pretty sure, in the background there. Also playing the show this weekend is going to be Keeler Grimm, who's awesome. James Bailey, our funny comedian buddy. Absolutely love him. Adam Binkley's going to be there. Quite a few people. So, I mean, it's definitely worth a shot. And like I said, it's going to be covering, the expensive from the kidney transplant. And what an awesome person. Always in a great mood, especially for it always shocks me when someone that's dealing with a major sickness like that, where there's not much they can do, but somehow they're still incredibly upbeat. And that's always something you got to take. You know what I mean? Because like people think, take all that their health for granted. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something worth coming out to. And also they have a GoFundMe page. I'll put that donation page up on our Facebook page, Johnnie Bobbo Show, and also tweet it out so you can donate if you can't make it out. But so Cody, my man, how you feeling? You feeling better?
Yeah, talking to you guys made me feel better. So thanks for having me on every week and, being such sweet dudes to me in my time of heartbreak.
That's right. Like I said, don't forget, man, you are a Terminator, sir. Go get it.
All right. Thanks, Johnny. You guys have a good night.
You got it.
Good talking to you, Cody. I'll see you next time in Chicago.
All right. I hope to see you.
Hey,
soon.
we got to get the tickets to Lit, Sugar Ray, and Everclear.
Here, I'll tell you this. I'll buy them next. I'll buy them next.
If you guys kind of half-assed it as far, actually, I'll just get my own ticket and then my own ticket to fly there. But as long as you guys get your own 2 tickets to get there.
No, I will pay for your tickets. I owe you from last time because when you came out last time, I lost my job, so I didn't have any money that week. So you spotted our breakfast there with Mr. Mark Gordy, which actually turned out to be lunch. But yeah, no, dude, I owe you. So I definitely got your ticket on this one.
Okay, fair enough.
And Cody's my guy, so I gotta hook Cody up.
Yeah, Cody.
All right, Cody, we love you.
All
sir.
right, you guys have a good night.
Good luck with everything. See you, buddy. All right, so it comes that time of the show where Bobbo, maybe you do apologies. I'm gonna switch it up here a little bit.
He sounds. Wait, can we take a second first here?
Want to take a second?
Cody sounds really down.
He's sad.
My roommate.
This girl is so awful. You have no idea.
My roommate actually had mentioned a couple weeks ago that he always seems down or something.
No, sometimes he's kind of sad.
Yeah, but he's legit.
Oh no, he's an awesome guy. And then, like when
on
he's
the other hand, I don't know what to do to cheer him up because it's like
we need him to get this girl out of his head. It's bad news. He doesn't understand. I'm telling you, man, this girl is a complete POS, man. Like
okay, I want to bring up something here. Okay, this is not even an apology. This is just downright disgrace. This female Ghostbusters, and this isn't even sexist. You can't be sexist when the movie looks terrible. Okay, I like Kristen Wiig, but the rest of the cast looks awful.
I like the cast. I hate the trailers that I've seen. Even the new one sucked.
Melissa McCarthy, or whatever her name is fine. In Bridesmaids, she's really funny in that. And I can't really see Mike and Molly because that movie or that TV show is not that good. But everything else, I haven't really seen anything else of hers. But for the most part, she's fat.
She's funny. No, she is. She's funny, and so
fat
is
funny.
So is the girl from SNL. I can't think of her name, but she's funny.
Black chick.
Yeah. Oh, she's great.
Yeah, she's funny, but the movie looks terrible.
Yeah.
And it's not sexist for me to say that. It's terrible because it's terrible. It's not terrible because there's females in it. It's terrible because it's a god-awful idea. Like, hey, let's reboot this franchise with females. It's like, hey, let's reboot the Major League franchise with females. That's the idea, basically.
Well, the thing for me is if you're going to go through all the work of doing the reboot of something as awesome as Ghostbusters, you might as well maximize on like the special effects. You know what I mean? And make it look awesome. They're not even pitching the special effects so far in the previews. Like maybe the new one a little bit. They show more ghosts. There's a Slimer appearance, yada yada.
Not even the special effects. Maximize have the Ernie Hudson character be, I don't know, find a funny guy that can play a dramatic role and a funny role at the same time. Find a Harold Ramis, or just bring back the same cast minus Harold Ramis.
Yeah,
and try to do it again. I'd be fine with that.
That would have been worth it, but I know Bill Murray wasn't all that interested in doing that. So
he was after Harold Ramis died.
Well, either way, It's a sad thing to see what's going to be happening to Ghostbusters now.
Exactly.
So, we talked about that. We talked about that last week.
They did a female version so that they could call people sexist if they don't like it, so that they would be covered if people didn't like it. If they were,
it is currently the most disliked YouTube trailer in the history of YouTube.
Rightfully so, because it sucked.
As it should be.
It's going to suck, and not because of Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is legitimately talented.
Oh, she's hilarious. I love her.
I don't know these other people. Melissa McCarthy is fine, but it's like, not that funny. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. You know what was kind of funny? This show, especially the second segment here was kind of second half of the show was kind of I don't know, the garbage fire. It was pretty great though. It was a nice dumpster fire. You know?
It's a bipolar show. We had all the serious guests in the first half, and then the second half was just soundboards and
Well,
Cody.
that's because I got drunk. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay, Bob, because we love you, and we can find you at the Bob Sullivan Show on Twitter. Keith, our amazing producer, that's at Late Night Sports Radio, also at Keith Grieve, and also at 87 Sports Fans. I'm at Maloris. You can check that out. But we got to thank everybody. Marty Cordova, awesome guy. You can find him on Twitter at Marty Cordova, former Major League ball player, Minnesota Twin, Toronto Blue Jay, Cleveland Indian, and Baltimore Oriole. He became the 8th Major League Baseball player to be on this show, and a Rookie of the Year. We got 3 World Series winners on this show, 2 All-Stars, 20-game winner. No, we got and then 18 different Major League Baseball clubs represented to this point on this show. You got that, Keith?
Yeah, I got it.
I love you, buddy. We also got to thank our buddy Danny Thompson, awesome guy at NBA DT29. Check him out, Full Court Press Radio. It's Tuesdays, 7 p.m. He's doing that. You can find him there. He's also doing Thursdays now. And then, of course, our guy Cody VanCura of Celebratory Forties, and also Ken Huntington with his little ditty there, Clarity. And again, check out that Urine for a Treat, a life-saving benefit show at the Ashbury Coffee House. That's this Saturday from noon to 1 a.m. And then you can also donate on a GoFundMe page if you'd like to be that guy. But thank you so much for listening, calling, texting, all that fun stuff, tweeting us. You can find the show on LateNightSportsRadio.com, on your Spreaker app, or on iTunes. Keep liking and sharing the Johnnie Bobbo Show Facebook page. Thank you very much, and be good.